Da da dee da 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 do. All right.
We can do it this time, and then what Sean can do is just add the clips in, the audio in post.
Yeah. All that
Guys,
shit.
I mean, I'm not like a rocket surgeon or anything, but I feel like we just figured it out.
A rocket surgeon. Hey guys, here's the deal. Those of you just joining us back again, and somebody could let everybody know in case I get rattling off and I don't remind you because we're just going to keep going. No more clips tonight. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Thank you, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, fuck it. So no more clips. And so the clips will be in the show, but not here. So I'll just describe what's going on in the clip.
Jared and I will interpretive dance.
That's right.
The clips for those watching.
Yeah. What's up, Matt? How you doing,
Hey,
man?
Matt.
All right, guys. So yeah, there's the
So he escapes and goes to the carnival, and then this guy who was totally okay with murdering someone.
Wait a minute. You can't get there yet. We're not to that point yet.
We just watched the cans, I thought.
Yeah, but that part doesn't come up further. So basically he runs and ends up like on some carnival thing.
Well, that's what I mean, but the guy wouldn't follow him into the area because the sign said
Carnival personnel only.
That's right.
He's such a rule follower.
and
You're right.
he's just so angry about it. Like 4 minutes ago, he was shooting from a hill.
And
He
he's
just yells
yelling,
at him.
he's not carnival personnel.
What a tattle.
That's right.
Oh,
And then the greatest letter home ever happens where he's just like, I'm really excited. I'm finding extra work or whatever. P.S. Is grandma still farting? So is grandma still farting is a big one on the Bowling Pursuit bus. We like that one, obviously. But so one of my favorite bits of this whole thing is when he's guessing the weight, and there's so many that happen here, but he's just like, see, you can fool the guy. He's just like, okay, what do I win? Well, you can have anything in this area, anything below the pencils, but not next to the picture frame.
the thimbles.
Anything in this little area, but not the chiclets.
The erasers is pretty much all you get.
Yeah. And the dude comes up and okay, this is another one that I say all the time. The dude comes up and he just like, how's it going? Well, I've taken in $15, but I've lost like however many prizes. You taken in $15, you've given in 50 cents worth of crap. And he just goes, oh, it's a profit deal.
Figured it out. And then this is where we meet the little neo-Nazi lady. I didn't notice as a child that her hat was like 1000% SS Nazi.
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
big time. And then she goes, let me guess your weight, and grabs him by the butt and goes,
Yeah.
wow, you're really trying to be accurate.
This will be very interesting exercise for me because no one ever wants to guess my weight.
You can tell a lot about a person by the way they live, and I can tell that you are a genuinely dirty person.
I couldn't not look at her armpits.
Yeah, exactly.
Were
What
they
was
hairy?
going on? Well,
Oh, yeah.
was it that like the stubble was just so dark, or what was
Oh
happening?
no, it's just
No.
hair.
I think it was just full on bushy hair.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one that can get away with that is the 99 Luft balloons, Nina. That's it. Well, yeah, and girls from Colorado. Now, the other one that I love here is give me a bite of that corn dog. What about germs? She goes,
And the way she snaps it off.
Germs.
and she just goes, put a rubber on it. Just like, yeah. I don't know. He's just so fucking, just so innocent the whole time. And
Casey, is this the reason that we can't do Borat? Is because we'll just end up with an episode where Jarrett and I talk
The
about
whole
our
time.
favorite
Yeah,
lines
this is
the
what
whole
happened during. This is what happened during. Anchorman. Anchorman was just Jarrett saying quotes from Anchorman.
And so I texted the group the other day because one of my coworkers said, "Have you guys ever done Dumb and Dumber?" And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have."
We
But
haven't. I don't
right,
think.
and we have it, but it will just be. It'll be
Yeah, for
this.
sure.
Why I feel like we did. I don't know why that's so weird.
Maybe we did.
Maybe
We
I'm thinking of like Ace Ventura and I'm just getting it mixed up because
We might have. I don't know. I just know that, like, I feel like that's all this movie is just little quotes. In fact, Jared Spears said that earlier. He's on 5 Questions. He goes, like, every line is just a different bit or like a gateway to another
I
one.
get how it happened. It's a one-liner movie. How are you not gonna?
Well, then he writes home and he's just like, so now Patty has finally shown me what my special purpose is for. And I should be able to send more money next week because Patty has promised me a blowjob. And his poor brother is just fucking dying, right?
That was
The only one that gets it.
For sure.
Had to have been. I don't think that was supposed to happen, but
Like you wonder if like maybe the grandmother
No,
like
the brother, that same character, whenever in the beginning, whenever Steve Martin was dancing,
yeah
was doing the same thing. He like couldn't hold it together.
couldn't hold it together.
That's how I felt when I saw him on screen. I was like, no, this is a genuine
And a
break.
few times Steve Martin would make like eye contact with him during something, and I'm like, he's just fucking with this
Yeah.
guy, like trying to get him to break. I bet.
He's just so he said, promised me a blowjob, and the dad is just like, that Patty must be a special girl. Just see that they're so excited. Oh man. But yeah, he and then she talks to him about the tattoo on her ass, and he goes, yeah, so I noticed that under the other scribbled out J. Yes, this is so nice because I'm in the phone book, and then there's on your your ass, which I would think probably more people have seen that than the phone book.
So then, right after this, we get the little train scene, which I
Yeah.
think is funny. But weren't, at least in the movies wise, weren't the 70s like the golden age of children like wearing weird shit? Like this kid's wearing a bullshit t-shirt.
Yeah, when
and
she
I
said,
just-
he's little and blonde and
Wearing a shirt
called
that's- yeah.
bullshit. And I'm like,
Bullshit.
what?
Well, after this movie came out, you would just see random kids with shirts that said bullshit. But what does he say? He goes, no, but I had a little girl here earlier that said, her shirt said, oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't think of it anyway. It's life sucks. Let's party or something like that. I think it's life sucks.
Yeah, that sounds right. Someone, I'm sure, will tell us if we're wrong.
The fucking how he ends scenes is so magical just because how he's obviously completely enamored by her, and he goes, would it be too much for me to ask for a kiss? And then bends down and kisses the little.
It's you at
I hated
Dave
that.
and Buster's with that little kid.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is fucking exactly what I thought about, dude. That is fucking exactly what I thought about. Yeah, for those of you who don't know the story, well, one time, Case, you want to tell it?
You go ahead. You take this one.
One time, we used to go to Dave and Buster's all the time back when we were allowed to go places. And we were at Dave and Buster's, and like you do at the end of your trip to Dave and Buster's, everybody goes in and they pick out what they won, or something that they won with some tickets and shit. And I was standing there next to my son and waiting in line patiently or whatever, and just kind of have my hand on his head, just kind of rubbing his hair a little bit. And then I actually see my son walk by, and turns out I'm standing next to a stranger. And my wife walks up and says to the kid, hey, listen, he thought you were our son. He
You
didn't-
still hadn't noticed yet.
Oh, I don't know. It's all foggy.
I walked up and I said, sweetie, because he was paralyzed. I said, I am so sorry. I said, but he thought you were our little boy who's right there because he's wearing the same outfit. See? And he
Mhm.
turned. And at this moment, Jarrett is like realizing what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's not trying to touch your penis.
No, I wanted to get the fuck out of there so bad.
Oh, fuck,
Like
it
I
was
was
so funny.
so ready to go. Like I would just like my kid almost didn't get a prize. Like
Well-
I would just like, fuck
Oh,
it. You
God,
hadn't picked
no.
anything out. We're getting the hell out of here.
On a scale from 1 to 10, your telling of this story is a 4. Casey's is a 9.
To be fair, I knew that going in and tried to volley that over to her.
I really didn't. I really thought you were starting it. I thought you were
She's
just-
still trying to recover from us forgetting your birthday.
Okay, fine.
So
So that kid's shirt said "Life sucks" on it. I looked it up. Trying to save
Life
you.
sucks.
good job, Amy.
Kurt
Good
Fletcher. Kurt Fletcher, who is in the chat, seems to be our go-to resident, the
Yeah.
dirt
I'm
expert.
sorry.
He's got it all correct.
By the way, Kurt Fletcher, stand-up comedian and friend of Casey's, who has become a friend of mine, and I just did his podcast. So you guys listening to this thing, you guys need to check that out. I'll be putting the link out there quickly.
in the Rye podcast.
In the
He
Rye podcast.
He sounds like a typical bastard.
He's a very funny comedian. In fact, we actually saw him open up for a headliner here at Hyenas, and he fucking slayed the guy.
Yeah, who was it? It was that.
I don't remember. He wasn't like somebody that I knew. He had been on
Carlos
television.
Mencia.
yeah, it was definitely Carlos Mencia.
It could have been that guy, actually. To be fair,
Yeah, it was him, and it was that Joey Johnson.
Joey
kid
Johnson
from
was
Denton.
funny, and he
I
was
will
funny.
know.
They were
I will-
hilarious. And the headliner, we were just like,
And Kurt fucking slayed. And then
I will know
the
that Kurt
headliner
Fletcher
was-
has. I will know Kurt Fletcher has made it when Carlos Mencia starts stealing his jokes, which apparently.
well, I
is
heard that
just
Dane
all
Cook
he
already
does.
sold one. So he's already
Yeah, Amy Schumer will be next, and then
Yeah.
he'll have hit the trifecta.
I think she just does pregnancy jokes and shit now. Like she's completely changing her style.
Oh, wasn't it like getting gangbanged by minorities there for a while? That was the big one.
Well, that's the Lisa Lampanelli thing, like
oh
that.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
no, hers were like smelly vagina yeast infections and
Yeah.
stuff. That's like
Her
the Amy
trademark was
Schumer,
cum
Amy
dumpster.
Schumer special. Yeah.
The cum dumpster, is that what you said?
Yeah, she's talking about being a cum dumpster and doing the walk from the bedroom to the bathroom.
Okay, that's a fucking funny joke.
Yeah, I know.
So
Because it's
apparently,
relatable.
apparently, she thought it was funny too.
Yeah, it stuck with me.
Yeah, literally.
Hey
It
now.
With you and on you.
It really hung in there.
But yeah, that is it too much to ask for a kiss?
Oh God, so good.
And him just leaning down. Yeah, it's a top 3 in this film.
Well-
100%.
Amy Markle said she grabbed a child in the haunted house to protect them, thinking it was one of hers, and it was actually one of the
Oh.
actors.
Oh my God,
Oh no.
dude! I had a friend that, not being a dick, actually punched a dude in the face at a haunted house just out of react. The guy jumped out and he just fucking punched the guy in the face.
Uh-oh.
Like we had to leave.
Yeah, weird thing that happens whenever you go through a haunted house looking like you should be at an Insane Clown Posse concert, like I did growing up in high school.
Yeah,
They just talk to you. Had a guy go, "Hey, we're wearing the same pants." It's like,
that might freak me out more.
cool.
Hey, when
Man.
did you get hired?
So
Yeah.
I
Hot
don't.
topic. Yeah.
You
cool,
guys are gonna
sweet.
think this is weird, but I don't like haunted houses.
I don't like Insane Clown Posse.
And weird. Okay, so we're the same on the same page. And
I
but
always think that Slipknot's like a gateway band. I'm only made it that far before I turn.
that
my
is
around.
not even a
No,
fact.
Fans, though.
no.
They do not share fans. Do not act like they
Yeah,
do not
but
share fans.
but Slipknot, everybody likes Slipknot.
I'm just
Let's
saying.
find out
like,
if Vinny likes
far.
Okay,
Wow.
find out. Vinny's got to be in the chat. Let's ask him. Vinny,
Likely.
Vinny whoop whoop?
Vinny-
Question mark?
Vinny, whoop whoop.
What does that mean?
That's what you do if you're insane.
If you're a wicked clown,
Whoop whoop.
you do it like this.
Oh.
Louisville High
I thought
School.
you just drink like Mountain Dew all the
He
time.
just he said McCain
He
Manor.
says he likes macrame.
Macrame.
Oh, is that the art of gluing fabric to
Paper mache.
puppies?
You don't glue them to puppies.
Love that.
Oh. I don't-
ICP from Detroit. You know who said that? Guys, y'all got to tell us an answer. I can't spend too much time in the fuck. Okay, we can. He's being silly. I can't spend that much time in the chat. Nobody gives a fuck about that if they're listening to the thing. So you got to either answer the question or not. Clarissa James fucking hates haunted houses.
I hate them too, actually.
I love
I do
them.
too. I fucking can't do it. I don't like things
No.
jumping out at me.
What?
I don't mind suspense.
Fago Pop is Insane Clown Posse. Okay, I don't understand why they can't do Rocky Horror Picture Show the right way, but they still let Insane Clown Posse do anything anywhere. It's
Yeah, well,
Or
I think it's
Gwar,
the
which
amount
is
of
fun.
I think it's the amount of money that those two things bring in.
yeah.
So
Remember my Guar fail?
Didn't you have a T-shirt or something?
Yeah.
There's a
It's kind
t-shirt
of- it's kind
story.
of-
I don't know what it is.
it's
Oh,
kind
it's
of the
the
best.
worst.
It's the best Guar fail
Okay.
of all time. And
Guar is so considerate for alien metal bands. So I bought one of their shirts, and Jarrett's like,
me and you we were watching them, but from afar.
no,
And you wanted to go up, and your shirt was
Gabe
white.
came up to me. I bought a shirt,
Oh, Gabe
a white
came up to you.
shirt,
Okay.
and he just goes. I mean, it's Warped Tour. I'd seen him a couple times, but I bought the shirt that day because the line wasn't crazy long. And he goes, "You bought the white shirt?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Go make it blue," because they make everybody blue, and then they squirt blood, and they do all the stuff, right? Because it's Guar and it's crazy. So I'm like, all right. So I go up to the front, I like fight my way through, and I just hold that thing up. I mean, I get sprayed like completely. Like, I mean, my hands are stained, my feet are stained blue for like 3 days. And it's like, it's awesome. It's tie-dyed, it's blue, it's red, it's all these things. It looks really cool. The bus driver lets me put it up in the front of the bus to like bake in there. And I'm like, this is going to be fucking awesome. I'll have this forever. I washed it. It was mixed in with my like tour clothes. So I just threw it in and washed it. Seriously. Nothing left. Like
It's
the
white.
most washable substance. It was stained on my body, but it came out of the clothes so easy. It
Yeah.
is just like whiter than anything I own.
Like just chalk. It was just chalk.
Yeah,
and
and I
now
was,
it's
a
gone.
blue, I was a blue person for like days on Warped Tour.
I think
Yeah.
I thought that this ended up with all of your clothes were blue that were in the laundry with it, but
Right.
now I remember.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Because
everything
you
was
can't turn black blue.
is very white.
no,
That's true.
but something did
That's a
happen
fucking
with.
fantastic.
I mean, we had the red shirt come home one time and make all of Everett's clothes pink.
What shirt?
I don't remember, some tour shirt or something. Never mind. Sorry, Eric. Why'd you fucking
No.
lead me down that road?
Anyway, so if you're
What do
seeing
you
me on
mean?
the recording and you
She's
said I
not
like
playing
this
ball
shirt,
today.
it's okay. Get in there.
Yeah, it's
That's this entire podcast. I'm going to send you down whatever road I want to send you down. And God will bless the broken road that leads me back to you.
Okay. So do you
Sucking
like haunted
multiple
houses?
cocks.
fine. What?
I actually have a
I
song.
just wanna
I have
find
a I have
someone
a
that will
story
go with
about
me.
that song. It's not about this movie, but about that Rascal Flatts song.
Oh,
I don't know who's listening here, but
I
That
am.
he's the Mariah Carey. of-
I mean in the chat room. I'm just going to say a family member. This could get me in trouble at Christmas. Okay, so a family member of mine got married several years back, and they did their vows, and he did his vows, and they were great.
Oh man.
And then it's her turn to do the vows, and I've known this person forever. Didn't realize, singer. So when it's her turn to do the vows, they hand her a microphone. And the music starts playing, right?
Oh no!
And everybody's just like looking around like, the fuck?
What
Like,
the
what's
fuck's
happening?
right now?
And she starts singing that song, but she's hysterical. Okay. She can't get through it because it's too emotional, because getting married and that's the thing, it gets better. So we all fucking just sit through that and we're like, that was weird. Okay. I do the bride, now pronounce ya. Everybody, we're gonna do pictures. And she goes, wait, I want to try it again. And everybody sat back down.
No.
Everybody had to sit back down so she could sing the song after they were married. So she had been prepared for it.
Are you high?
And I will never, ever hear that song the same way ever again.
I'm getting hot and just.
My face is red. I was like a teenager and I still just remember being like, she's not gonna, she's gonna do it again.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, those
One time.
cringe-worthy weddings, they just stick with you
Oh,
forever.
it's so good though.
Yeah. Would you rather sit through that again or the crazy bitch wedding?
I never got to sit through that one.
I
I
know
wish
what
I
I
got
mean.
that one.
I
If
was
you
at,
had to choose.
I would
Wow.
rather be at the
Oh.
crazy bitch wedding.
no, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but I was.
I
at
probably
a
would have been able to underage drink at that one.
Oh,
I mean, they're
Christ.
talking about. I want to know what you're talking about, but they're talking about the time the lady
Please, everybody, YouTube this. at some
came
point.
from just like her dad's walking her down the aisle, and she basically deserts her father so that she can start singing. You're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so much I can't handle it, and like, and it is
No.
fucking rednecky.
and
as
her like biker fiance out there just like, oh man. And
Oh
there's
my god.
and there's one dad from the very like, I don't know, the fucking up north family that managed to show up with
Okay.
their like 5-year-old family or 5-year-old child, and he just has him pressed so hard to his leg, covering his ear. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Everybody look that up. Not right now. We're doing a podcast, but later.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta see that one.
Fuck,
What's
it's
your
good.
crazy bitch wedding?
Well, we all know someone that got married in the last few years, and we took our kids to it, and we got invited. We weren't very close with these people, but we were like, yeah, let's go to this wedding. It'd be a great wedding to take our friends or our kids to. And it was like a Wednesday night too.
Okay.
Sure. What else are we going to do? And we get out there, and the wedding starts like almost an hour late, and everybody's just completely drunk by the time it gets going. And my kids are 5 and 2 at the time. And I talked to them, okay, we're going to be real quiet, very respectful. And they were doing so good at the ceremony. And the bride just goes into this tangent about how much she just fucking loves him, and just all the shits and the craps and the dams and the fucks all over her vows that are written by her. And I'm just like, oh, I just love you boys so much. Come
man.
and cuddle with me so I can shield your ears. And it was just so weird.
Like, did
And
she try to memorize it and then she was
No.
fucking it up? Or
I think she was probably drunk and God knows what else.
Yeah.
Just
Wasn't the
wanted
reception weird too?
The reception was strange and the music was weird. There was no schedule to anything, so we didn't know where to go. Do we eat? Do we not? There was underwear being tossed around.
That's the thing. Oh yeah, she didn't put her garter on, so he took her underwear off.
Yes.
Oh no.
fucking what?
Yeah. I was like, okay, boys, it's bedtime. We're going to Disney World tomorrow, and we need to go to bed early.
No.
Yes. Yes. There was so much, and God knows what happened after that, because we left at the beginning of the reception, which felt like the end.
And it was a quote unquote kid friendly wedding?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Dude.
Their kid was
come
probably in the
on.
wedding.
Their kid was in the wedding.
I mean, I think there's a time and the place. You know, it's like, I don't know. I look, I swear in front of kids at my shows because you know you're coming to my show.
yeah, but that's different.
But
though.
it is different. I'm just saying, like, you don't take somebody's underwear off, like, and throw it. I mean,
Did he do it with his mouth? Was it one of the teeth things?
I want to say yes, but I don't know if that's because I'm just making it
Worse.
yeah.
okay, I need a longer shirt. Now, this
Look,
next.
I'm gonna literally die if I don't
Okay.
go to the bathroom. So
Okay, right.
you guys can keep going, or I can take a
No,
break.
well,
but-
like, why are you being like that? You
because
just
I am going to die.
He's gonna die.
I love you.
So is he leaving? Is that what's going on?
Forever.
He
This has
left.
happened to us before. We just got to wait and see if he comes back.
Oh, okay, right. I got it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Y'all hang out. We're just getting started. I'm kidding.
I love Sean. Me too.
Yeah. Oh, come on now, everybody. Sing a song like you mean it. Sing a song like you did last week in the night. Fucking nailed the post. I nailed the post, Sean. Fucking killing it over here. I thought Eric was back because he was texting me about his TT. Not his like dinghy, but his
You can
pee.
see your dinghy. Or no, quit playing with your dinghy. That's it.
My ding-a-ling.
Okay, we were just talking about pee, and then that's in the background.
I know. Yeah, I heard Casey do it earlier, and it made me have to think about going potty. All right, guys, welcome back. We're just waiting on Eric to get here. You did make me laugh, Clarissa. That was awesome. Glad everybody's here. It is a long shot shirt, by the way. I got this through the mail. Check it out. It's Billy Joe Armstrong's dog playing a guitar. So I got that going for me. Fuck. All right. Man, I swear to God, I thought he was back.
Uh-oh.
What is it? Piece of glass?
No.
Pube?
Piece of string.
Pube?
Cube.
You know, yep.
Pube. Oh, that's cute.
Cute. Yep.
Sean, been in any
Cute
crazy bitch
kid.
weddings?
Do what?
Have you been in any crazy bitch weddings?
I shot a lot of them.
A lot of crazy bitches?
No, a lot of crazy weddings.
Oh, got it.
I've definitely seen puking bride,
For sure.
drunk, dress over the head, twerking bride.
15-minute long speeches.
Oh yeah, you're a photographer as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Seen some shits.
A lot of brides like to not wear underwear, I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in your case, she wouldn't have been prepared because she would have had her garter or
you
her
have
underwear.
to have at
Then
least
what?
one. You got to have something to pull off.
Did we lose him forever?
Maybe so, maybe no.
He
Let me
fell
see.
in.
Well, he obviously came back to hit stop cam.
Yeah, we're not communicating well today. We are not waiting. Do. Vinny. Yeah, man, you can play. You just pick those songs that it's hard to have somebody come up on, but we'll figure it out. I'm pretty good at doing shit off the cuff. Kurt was learning my shit on bass.
Slapping the bass.
Y'all should start a Bowling for Soup tribute band.
What would you call it?
Bowling for Poop.
Yes.
Bowling for chowder.
Sure. Skiing 5 pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, babe. All right, guys. So the next clip is where they're sitting in the back of the truck. Excuse me. The big, huge, like tractor trailer truck. And she's like, "Is this your place?" You know, and so it's where they get caught in that. And so the Patty comes in and is like, you know, "We're married," and then she gets the shit beat out of her. But
He goes, maybe when you're making love with him, you can think about me.
yeah,
And then he goes, well, maybe you and I could make love and you could just be thinking about him.
yeah.
Or maybe you and him could make love and you could think about me. He goes, well, I'd just be happy to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. Man, I gotta admit, I fucking love pizza in a cup.
What's
That-
pizza?
Yeah, one of your
Uh,
band suggestions is bowling for pizza in a cup.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about pizza in the cup all the time. And
That's a
so
real thing?
no, it's just that we,
I
you know,
bet it.
I mean, it could be. I mean, they have pizza cones and oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah, you could do it in a cone. I've seen it in a cone. But
We went on a trip to South Africa,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Tell me about your journey." And they were like,
that's true.
"They're the fucking pizza, and it was in a cone." And then I'd be like, "That's neat." Then I'd be like, "How was South Africa?"
Did
You
you?
somebody else would be like, "They had a pizza in a fucking cone."
Oh man, we couldn't stop talking about it. Like we were.
I want that.
So the cone is the crust.
Yeah.
And then they put toppings on it and everything, and you're literally eating it, and it's amazing.
I want it.
Yeah.
They used to have a pizza in a cone food truck in the area, but I don't know.
That's what I wanted to do. I was like, we should do a pizza in the cone food truck. And then my wife said, they already have one of those. And I have yet to have seen it. I think she's fucking with me because she didn't want me to live out my dream.
I have an idea for a
Green
chili
Bay.
pie.
I know what that was.
Yes.
I thought your dream was the Thanksgiving dinner bowl food truck.
You know what? Me and Amy were onto something with that. And I still think it could be a fucking
I'm just saying,
thing.
it
It
seems like
could.
you have inconsistent dreams, and I just want to pick one and let's
Think
get a
about
food
this.
truck.
Are you a Thanksgiving dinner fan, Eric?
Yes, I am. It's my favorite
Okay,
holiday, and it's
so
because of food.
Right. Now, I know a lot of people don't like when their food touch, but a lot of people do. That's why we have things like Chipotle and buffets. Right.
Mhm.
So our idea was it's like all of the shit that you get at Thanksgiving, but in a bowl. So there's turkey and mashed potatoes and mac and cheese and corn and peas and broccoli
stuffing.
casserole and stuffing.
If
on
you
the top.
grew up as a fat kid, like I can't speak for anybody else in this room, but like I did. I'm not gonna.
And then guess
You
what?
put
And
all
That's
that
what you do
shit
at Thanksgiving.
together.
all of that in a bowl and then a dollop of that shitty fake cranberry sauce on there because it's the best.
You can
Yeah, it
leave that out.
kind. It has to be like in a
Yeah, that's gonna be
cylinder
an
shape,
add-on. Yeah.
sliced up.
Yeah. Okay. You can get it without that though, Eric.
I've
But
got
you-
an idea for a chili pie food truck where you just have a bunch of different kinds of chili and a bunch of different kinds of toppings, and then you can have Fritos, which is my preferred method, but I know people who use Funyuns as the base,
Oh, I gotta
and
try
then
that.
the
I don't know.
chili and the
Onion.
cheese, and some people like mustard, some people like sour cream, but you know it doesn't matter because it's your chili pie. You can do whatever you want with it because we're just in the
Buy
food
a-
truck serving
So-
it to you.
My cousin actually tried that truck, the chili pie truck, and where he went wrong was he was trying to put chili on like apple pie and peach pie.
Okay,
No.
And
savory sweet. Maybe I'm into it.
and he
I
was
don't know.
trying to do this savory sweet thing, right? So where he went wrong was the governor of Denton came in and tried the spicy chili on pumpkin pie, and he shit his pants right in front of everybody. And so they were shut down. It was a health code thing. And they're actually not allowed to practice food trucking anywhere in the great state of Texas anymore. So he still takes it to like Louisiana and Oklahoma and stuff like that. But it's, you know,
Because in Oklahoma, they're just going to shit their pants
oh,
anyway.
they're actually already covered in shit when they walk up to the truck.
That
You know?
story sounds so fake in so many ways.
Yeah, I think your main hiccup there was the governor of Denton.
Yes, that was red
Where I
flag
lost-
number one.
Yeah,
Governor of
I
Denton.
actually saw Amy's face when I said that. Like, there was one of those. That was one of the stories where, like, I think even for a second, Casey went, "Is he fucking
I know,
around? Like,
me
is
I know,
he?
your brother's done a bunch of
Is
shit.
it? You know, is he really? Is he fucking around with us? Is that what's going on? It's and then Amy just He's full of shit. Governor of Denton.
Yeah, it was all the.
Governor of Denton.
I wondered what movie plot you were trying to get into. Like,
No. I just thought it was funny to put chili on fucking
Okay,
pumpkin pie.
I have to tell you, if you go to Austin next time, there is a place called Pizza on Point, and it is pizza cones.
Fucking what?
Yep.
I want it inside me.
It's not that far of a drive. We should just road trip it one day. We're bored anyway.
How
That's
many
true.
bites do you think it would take you to finish a pizza cone?
12.
Oh,
So for Amy, 98.
Yeah, probably about.
20.
She would eat it the whole way home.
Dude, I've got this order online here in front of me. It looks good.
No.
Fine.
Sorry.
Amy's the person who can't stop at the check stop on the way back from Austin or to Austin because
No, I have only been there one time.
Is that true?
I'm still eating my sunflower seeds from.
From the trip down.
Sunflower seeds. Anybody get sunflower seeds at that fucking place? Like they deserve what they get.
Yeah.
God, this jalapeno cheese kolaches.
I mean, I
Unreal.
just the ones that are good. So it's funny because I don't really like the sweet ones. I mean, I think they're fine, but it's not something that I really
Yeah,
want.
they're good. Like when you're drunk and you put them in a toaster oven.
Yeah, I don't really want that. But
Yeah.
like, I like roast beef and cheese, or breakfast sausage, egg and cheese, or ham and cheese, or that-
cheese.
Chili with a peach
Chi-
I
cobbler.
like savory.
Chili pie cheese.
I like savory. I said savory. Sorry, just yelling at ALE.
Fine.
So so one of the things, did we talk about this? I want to learn this with Casey, but you and I for take 2 when we do this show, we should learn although you belong. I started it way too high.
Somebody
Band.
you tonight, you
I'm a karaoke.
belong to me.
So
It is so good. Like, the song
that
is great, and
Yeah.
there's a band I like called The Bird and the Bee, and they do a version of the song which is really good. And yes, we have talked about it before. It will definitely be the song that we do from this whenever we're able to do that again.
I love it. I love it. Then there's the trumpet solo, which comes from out of nowhere, but it's perfect. And then he goes, while you were playing that, I just thought of myself going through the opening and down this pathway and then through these valves and over to this and then through there
Well, why
And-
didn't you?
because I didn't want to get spit on me. It's so good. And then there's my mom doesn't want me to marry somebody that doesn't have a special purpose. I have a special
I have
purpose.
that. Your mom's gonna love me.
You do. I love that so much. So much. And then there's the now I'm just doing the thing where I just quote every part of it, but I do love the fucking thing where he just like, okay, we've been together 9 days, but to me it seems like it's 19 and a half days because
And then it goes into the Family Guy, I hurt my knee thing because it goes on so long but then that one day where you went to your mom's, that just felt like one day. But then you came back that evening, so that started to feel like 2 days.
right. And
Oh,
so
it's
that
so
was
good.
another half day. And
That
then
was another half day.
the day that we were together and we weren't doing anything, that was just like a regular day.
Maybe I did think this movie was funny. I don't
See?
know. Maybe
That's
my circumstances are hard
Oh
to
no, did we have? I didn't realize we had one in the group that.
so
Right.
I didn't not. I don't have any of the nostalgia attached to it because I've never seen it. Obviously, I fucking love Steve Martin. He's Steve Martin. I painted a portrait of Steve Martin for my husband in our
That's
house.
right. Yep.
And
I did say this to Lucy Murray earlier when we did 5 questions because she hated it. And I said, if you were to watch this with somebody that liked it, that's one thing. Or you're going to hear us talking about it and you're going to think that's funny. Because, Eric, you do admit, and you've admitted this before, sometimes you'll take a huge dump on a movie, but then I'll start describing the scene and doing the lines from it and you'll laugh. Because because there is comedy there, but when you're watching it by yourself and you're having to watch it for work or whatever, and you're like, I have to fucking watch this piece of shit.
Well, and look, I could walk out and see 2 animals, dogs humping, and think that's funny.
Well,
But
because
it doesn't mean I want to watch a 2-hour movie of it. right?
Also, watching
So-
the last half for myself,
Oh.
like watching it is. These movies are funny to watch with my husband because he fucking like laughs like it's the first time he's ever seen it the whole time.
Yeah.
So I kind of
This is-
sit out there like in the car line at school, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta kind of get through this.
Yeah.
And
It took
This
me
is how I was last night. I have seen this so many times, and there were things that I found new that I laughed at, and the things that I knew were about to happen, I still just laughed at the entire time.
What were you gonna say, Amy?
It took me a long time to watch it because I was watching it during the virtual learning. So I'd watch 10 minutes and
Oh,
Mom,
oh,
I need
that's tough. Because I mean, to me, so this is one of those movies where it's like if I were to watch Dumb and Dumber, or actually, it's like we watched. We have movie night. I mean, I guess we still do. I mean, we had movie nights during this quarantine or whatever. So us and the Fishers and the Pit Singers. And so we would watch things that were something that I wanted, which was like Dewey Cox, Walk Hard. And I start laughing 30 seconds before the joke happens because I can't wait to see if Amy or Ashley are going to laugh. Cause you know what I mean? Cause
Yes.
like, I don't know what they're going to think it's funny. Like, I already know my wife thinks those are funny because I do those jokes with her all the time. And I know Casey Fisher thinks it's funny because we do those
because
jokes.
you quoted it.
Exactly.
yeah, we bonded over that movie.
100%. Yeah. So like, so when I'm watching it, like, I just can't wait to see, like, are they going to catch this? You know, like I'm just
Ooh, here
like,
it comes.
okay, here it comes. And so that's the way I was with The Jerk last night. Like I'm already laughing at like each part before it happens. And then there's some of them, like when he goes in and he does the thing about her being a slob or whatever, or a genuinely messy person. He just goes, "Where's your garbage?" Like, I think that line is so funny because the whole place is just trashed, and all he's holding is this corn dog stick, and he's just
He
like,
doesn't know where to put it.
he goes, "Where's your garbage?" And she just takes the stick and he goes, "Oh, that's where you keep it." Okay, that and like that line, like it will make me. I cried last night, but it will full on make me almost hyperventilate just that particular line because it's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that there's something to be said because you know what, I've said this on this program for 4+ years. I don't sit around and watch a movie by myself or a show by myself or be on an airplane and watching something. They're very seldom does something like make me laugh out loud if I'm by myself. It's a really weird thing. And I just thought everybody was like that. I think everybody is like that to an extent in that we don't laugh as regularly when we're by ourselves, you know, like, you know,
I would
I'm
laugh out loud
forcibly-
by myself.
Oh, I do all the time.
yeah. But I mean, here's the example that I said
But I
today.
agree with you.
Here's the example that I said, which by the way, we haven't talked about The Office. I fucking forgot to do it.
Oh, shit.
But I'll watch 2 episodes of The Office on my own and like, I'll laugh at something Dwight says because everything that dude says is funny. But if I'm watching it with Casey, I laugh a lot more often. And I guess it's just because I'm sort of like in there and more in the moment or whatever.
I lived
Was
by
there-
myself for a very long time. So like
Yeah.
I would have friends come over, one in particular, and she'd be like, "Dude, I just heard you fucking laughing from downstairs. I had like a
Yeah.
3rd floor apartment. What the fuck are you watching?" And I'd be like, "Oh my god, like season 4,
Yeah.
Roseanne." She'd be like, "What the fuck? Like
Really?
that, what?"
Now I will say this, I'll get up in the morning and Casey will hear me laughing like from the bathroom.
Oh
and
yeah.
and I'll come out. She'll just go, "Donnie Baker have a new video out," because like that shit makes me full on hyperventilate. Like I can't
Like wiping the tears away
breathe. Like I am literally
while
That
wiping his
That
butt.
kind of wiping.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
got
Yeah.
it.
Well, I don't have to wipe as much anymore. It's
Yeah,
one
we got
time.
a bidet.
We got a bidet. We have so much fucking toilet paper, Eric. I mean,
You-
it's crazy.
You know what has helped me is I started taking a probiotic at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my poops, which I
Yeah.
never had a problem pooping, but
Sure.
like I don't have to wipe as much anymore. Like I'll just wipe. What?
Are they just more enjoyable?
Your poops.
I mean, they were always enjoyable, so that wasn't ever a problem.
Always, even after like the red sauce at Chipotle.
Yeah. Ugh.
Is it Gary that
Yeah.
doesn't believe in probiotics because antibiotics, or does he not believe in antibiotics because of
Oh,
probiotics?
I don't know about that. Gary Wiseman?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a
I don't
thing.
know. I don't know.
He
about
doesn't
that.
believe in vaccines because of
I think they've
It's definitely not that. His wife's a
Let's
nurse.
don't put that out there, guys.
No.
I don't need that in the world. Like,
No, but
he-
she's right. There was something about yogurt.
Yeah, he was just like, fucking bullshit. You can't put me on an antibiotic and tell me to take a fucking probiotic.
Right.
Fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
He thinks-
saying.
oh,
Like,
that
of
makes
course.
sense,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
That
No,
really
it-
does make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. I mean,
they're not the same thing.
they're
but-
not the
I
same
know,
thing.
I
but
know.
It's
It's
a hilarious bit
it's
that
a
my
fucking
drummer's doing.
funny joke.
Yeah, he's in Bowling for Soup. He's fucking funny. Is what
Oh,
happens.
he's the one that does the boom boom.
Hey, Eric, I have to tell you guys something about The Office because I didn't
boo-boo.
get into it earlier. And it's time that you guys know.
Okay.
I've made it to the end of season 7, and I saw Michael leave.
How much
Did
I cried.
you
But
cry?
I couldn't look at him because
I
knew-
cried, though, but I started crying 2 episodes before this.
Yep.
I was already a mess.
I think I was too.
And
I start crying when Jim goes, then I'll just wait till tomorrow to tell
No,
you that you're
I've
the best."
seen
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
5 fucking seasons through. I've seen it 5 times through
So-
at least, and I still.
he already had me because he's already feeling like it's real. Like he's already upset.
Yeah, they did the Dundies and they all sing the song.
But when he calls them in the conference room before that conversation happens with Jim, he's already a mess.
Yeah.
And like I think it's real. Like I really do.
Okay, so
I think
that's what I was going to say is every time I watch something like this, and I knew everybody was like, oh, well, Michael leaves. I knew that he was going to leave. But when I watch that, I feel like that's not acting because they have been together
Yeah.
for so long.
I think a lot of that
it's
is.
a genuine feeling coming out, and I lose it.
Yeah.
It's
So
aw-
when Pam runs through the security and gets
Yeah,
him, and
total.
he had already taken off his microphone.
Yeah.
So apparently that exchange, which you don't hear on the show, literally was kind of like, I can't believe that this is really happening.
and it was
And
like a private thing. They didn't
Yeah.
tell many people about what.
Well,
they
there's a
did.
lot of that in the show, right? There's the
The
thing
teapot.
And
that's
the teapot.
and the teapot.
Oh, I follow Jenna Fisher on Instagram, and so
Yeah.
she has this podcast called Office Ladies.
Yeah.
And they kind of advertised it as, oh, we're going to talk about, we're finally going to reveal what this note in
Little
the teapot
clickbait.
says. It was total clickbait, and they never did because
Yeah.
she eventually says, well, it was actually a very personal note written from John to me,
Yeah.
and I'll never tell you what's on that note.
Right. Yeah. Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think if somebody is listening to this podcast for like the first time and like they've heard like, oh, you don't even have to listen to the movies to listen, like, and they've never seen the movie or The Office, they're just like, what the fuck happened in this movie? Wait, what?
Yeah. No,
If
man,
there's-
it's funny because he had made a 9/11 joke already, like 2 episodes before, because he goes he's trying to teach Will Ferrell how to be funny, and so he's like approaching the office. He goes, "Okay," Will Ferrell's like, "All right, well, it's good to see you here. Where were you on 9/11?" You know, and he's, "No, that's not what we're doing." So then we fast forward to him leaving, and she gets through security, and you got to be thinking, "Oh no, well that didn't happen."
Nope.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone down that way.
That was post.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, what a great scene, and it just her watching the plane go away, and you know all of that, and then
Well,
pulling.
I was so mad at you for drunk watching the wedding episode and barely remembering it. And I was like, how fucking dare you? So I was glad that you cried like a baby during that episode.
Yeah, I had a tough time with that one. I liked all of the goodbyes though. I thought they were all really good, and
it's the reason that I texted you the other day and said, how far into The Office are you? Because I wanted to know if you had gotten to that point, and I wanted to know if you had met Robert California yet. But,
no, yeah, but I actually just
We're
remember
about
where I started crying on that episode. When okay, fuck, I just almost started crying again.
Oh
come
no.
on, come
We're
on.
very hormonal right now.
Let it out. Let it out.
I haven't drank.
They've
I haven't.
synced up.
We always sync up.
I
Yeah.
haven't drank wine in a bit.
People will be like, are we about to start our period?
When Dwight gets that letter and he goes in there and he sits and he starts to read the thing or whatever, and then he chokes up for a second,
Ugh.
and then he just goes, and then it's just a bunch of the same stuff or whatever. Like I was a fucking mess. Like I was just like full on like, and then he asked him to play, you know, they play paintball, and I just anyway. So I wanted you to know because it's important to you guys. You guys do all these inside jokes. I mean, I don't think that I'm still gonna get all the jokes because I've
You're gonna get more of them though.
I've watched 200 and fucking something episodes of this thing, and I it's all a big blur to be honest.
I agree. I just did the same thing though. Just
Yeah.
a few months ago.
Oh, you just watched it for the first
I
time.
just watched it for the first time, episode 1 to the very end, and now I'll be like, oh yeah, The Office is on. It's fine for the kids to watch while I'm making dinner or something. But most of it right now is at the very end of the whole show, and I won't watch it again.
Right. Well, it's funny because I follow Jenna Fisher as well.
Oh, I freaking love.
They're actually
Oh.
watching it again for their podcast, and so you can actually like go through it with them, and they
Yeah.
talk about like each of the
I
scenes or
haven't
whatever.
started on their.
Jared has a
podcast
crush
in
on
weeks.
Angela.
She sets.
Oh yeah,
uh,
She's a tiny little pocket adorable human.
Yeah, agreed for sure. Yeah, I like her, but I like the Jenna Fisher character too, and
I
the
like
Aaron
Jenna
or whatever.
Fisher so much.
I think they're all adorable. But let me see. What was I going to say? The Jenna
Watching
Fisher
the show
thing. She's
through
watching the
again.
show. They're watching. They're just. Oh, she said today on Instagram. She just said all the feelings are any scene with Pam and Dwight. She was like they brought up like when Dwight said that she's his best friend,
Uh-huh.
and then there's it's fucking some emotional shit. Anyway, we digress.
Could talk about The Office forever.
We could. All right, so the Omni grab comes in. Did Eric go pee again?
Looks like it. Or he put on his invisibility cloak.
Here, let me see. Hold on, we got a call coming in. Hello?
Hey, she's hot.
Oh, what, Angela?
No, I was
Who?
watching this movie and I was
Oh.
like, oh my God.
He's back.
Oh, who are you talking to? Hello?
Yo.
Oh, all right. We got to go, Tim.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got to go.
Yeah.
All right, you hanging up?
Probably not.
Well, I'm going to fucking hang up, dude.
But I'm fucking drinking. What are you
I
talking
understand that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I
it
get
was one of my favorite movies. I mean, I never saw it, but
it.
It was an amazing movie, but I've never seen it before. I watched it this week.
That one's always good.
Oh God, that fucking character of just
No, my favorite's the one with the daughter.
oh, he goes, oh really? I wouldn't think you would like that one, Casey.
Why? It's funny.
Oh God, no.
it's the way it's the inflection on the word. Like
Yeah, it goes.
so good.
Hold on, here it comes. Is it this?
What the fuck?
No. Hold on, I'll get it. I'll get it for you.
No, all you got to do is go on the internet, go to Google, search memes.
what the fuck is that?
Hold on.
That's a very bad rule.
All right, it gotta be in here. somewhere.
Microelectrical mechanical systems. Got it.
What are they doing? It blew my mind. I was like, I'm trying to figure out what this movie is. No, but he plays gay parts, and he's the guy to go to. I felt like a kid watching this for the first time. This is the podcast.
No, it's like the bathroom one.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Okay. Let's see.
Fuck you, Rich.
Nobody that even
No, all
listens to
you
this
gotta do
podcast
is
still
go on
even
the
remembers.
internet, go to Google, search memes.
Oh, here it comes.
I had to light a fucking match today, and my 4-year-old came in. She was like, "Why does it smell like shit?" And my wife's like, "Oh my God."
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Oh man, God, we still have 3
We need
clips
to take a
left.
poll like who remembers Tim Tool.
Oh man, so good.
Sean, here's your 3-part episode you were looking for to get us caught up for September.
Oh man.
how
man.
far-
See that big weenie? See that big weenie?
Have to release the video
My
at some
sweet
point.
boy that starts
See that
kindergarten
big
tomorrow.
When you
weenie?
pixelate his face, you've got to release the video at some point.
Ask about.
Come on.
Fine. See that big
At
weenie?
this point, we don't care about anybody in the chat room. We're just fucking making ourselves laugh.
The best was last week. Kelsey was in the other room and could hear the thing coming in. It was just like, I'm like my sweet little boy in there saying all these.
He just wants a big weenie like his dad.
To be like
See
his
that
dad.
big weenie?
Oh, but I love that. Fine.
Oh, this is the best.
Fine.
Oh, so
Holy
good.
shit.
Like, let it go, kid.
Oh,
We
my
got some
God.
face palms in the chat
Literally.
room.
Okay. All right, guys. So there's the he gets the money for the Octograb, and this fucking scene again, where he doesn't even know what he has. He's just like 250 big ones.
Dollarinos.
250 donuts. I'll take 50 of the donuts now, and we'll deposit 200 of the dollarinis. And then he's rich as shit, right? And then Maria's mom called, and he just goes, "Oh, I would give anything to find her again." Well, that sounds a little high.
How's 75?
How's $75? Oh man! So they get married, and they were happy it was a religious wedding.
We found a guy on short
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah,
We're happy we had a religious ceremony.
the fucking though when he starts to go. So Lance Morrell used to do this all the time. Original drummer of Bowling for Soup would just start making lists all the time and go, and remember how I always wanted a red billiard room with a stuffed camel? And remember how I always wanted a backyard with 3 swimming pools and hedges shaped like dollar signs? And remember how I always wanted, and remember how I used to chat with Dad about having my own disco and its own
Porcelain
dancers?
lion
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
where was it from? Oh, I don't know.
Well, I got that too.
So, Jared, when you saw the, I mean, when was the last time you watched this film?
Well, I mean, it hasn't been that long ago, but I think most of the time when I watch this now, it's just on, like it's in the bus or, whatever. I mean, I think everybody knows I don't just sit down and watch anything unless it's, a show with my wife or for this show. That's it. I mean, I don't.
The reason I asked is because when I think back to watching this film before, the
Yeah.
part where they're rich
Yeah,
seemed like a much bigger part of this film.
it did. It seemed really long, didn't it? Yeah.
that's
But
what
it's
was
only about 20 minutes of this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, the synopsis said like some imbecile something comes upon some great fortune or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? Because whenever I was picking back up on this in the car line at school today, I had like 30 minutes left and it like just happened. And I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
what?
No,
that's
it's
weird.
super fast. I mean, it's basically where we're at right now, where they
Well,
get
it's a
married or
very
whatever.
memorable part of the film,
For
and
sure,
there are
but
a
I mean,
lot of
yeah.
funny parts of it with the escargot on the plate.
Yeah, well, yeah. How about first before that, like
I want some new wine.
the butler is in there, and he goes, and my butler or whatever, his wife got busted for taking money out of their savings too earlier and had to pay the ultimate price. Sorry about that. And then and then the guy just goes, I don't know, I'm still just trying to get over her death. Yeah, well, it does take time. It's
Firing
We,
squad.
we can't mourn about these things forever.
yeah.
If you're not in mourning, could you turn up the lights or whatever he asked him to do?
He goes,
Oh yeah, I'm okay now.
yeah.
So there is a deleted scene when the butler comes in and goes, there's some people from charity out here. And he goes,
Sure.
send them away. There are
Right.
people much more deserving than me.
Right.
So there's a deleted scene that didn't make it into the final film that I've seen before, where this guy comes, like a Texas, like redneck guy comes in and starts explaining that his private jet, the leather seats have started to wear down. And how can he possibly bring his friends onto his private jet to fly them to the Super Bowl if he has seats that look like this? And so, like, Navin writes him a check for $100,000 to replace the leather seat.
Oh, we gotta fix that shit.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that's terrible. Which I'm sure you know all about.
Well, I will say that Iron Balls McGinty was someone that we referred to quite a bit as kids, and
How could you know?
how we got to that point, I don't, I obviously that was edited out from the TV thing and yada yada. But how would you know that's Iron Balls McGinty?
Well, and that's right after the scene that you mentioned before. That is 1000% the one they would have to change if they remade
That's
this.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
But in the context of the film and the way it
Sure.
starts and the way the family kind of supports him, that yes, you don't ever want to hear someone say that word, especially
Sure.
someone who's white. But
Right.
in the context of this specific scene in this
Yeah.
specific film 40 years ago, it was perfect. And
It was
I
perfect,
laughed at it just
Yeah.
like I would have laughed at it however long ago.
I think it'll age fine in this particular context for me. I mean, I know nobody wants to hear it, but at the same time, if it's the innocence of not knowing really that you're even a color, that's sort of the point, right? I mean, so I don't know. We can move away from that because I realize it's a sensitive time in the country, and we definitely don't condone the word, but it exists in this movie, and it's definitely
I can say that it usually makes me very uncomfortable, but it didn't in this movie.
right.
If that.
Yeah.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, as you were saying, Eric, they're in a fancy restaurant, and he says to the guy, he just goes, "Yeah, we'll take some more wine, but no more of this 1966. Bring us some fresh wine, like
From this year.
from this year." It's like, oh, who do they think they're dealing with? And so then there's the snails on the plate, right?
We have acquired the kind of sophistication in just a few months that it takes people a lifetime to acquire.
But when he sends the snails back, he goes, there are snails on her plate, whatever. You would think that a place like this at these prices, you could keep snails off the food. There's so many
snails.
You can't even see the food. And so he goes, take these back and bring us those melted cheese sandwich appetizers you tried to talk us out of.
Oh, the entire thing where they have the two bottles of wine, the sparklets jugs
by the tennis court.
Oh,
yeah,
they bubble up.
And they pull the crystal glasses out of the receptacle. Maybe that's why I felt like the rich part of this film was so much longer, because there are so many quick hitters in this thing.
It really is. I mean, it's laugh after laugh after laugh, and then they find themselves in the disco, and Carl Reiner's on TV leading the lawsuit. And they just, here's an example. And it's got a car run up, and then it blows up, and he goes, cut. Now, had I said cut on time, those actors would still be alive.
And everyone just leaves, and he starts writing the checks for $1 and 9 cents.
That was the one thing that I got off of this particular watch that I said the one thing. I got 4 or 5 things off this watch that I'd never had thought about or put together. But he goes, so the winner of this lot, so we're gonna go ahead and judge this case to Mr. Carl Reiner and the other 9,987,652 plaintiffs. So it's $10 million. Everybody gets $1, 9 cents.
And
what
he
I
is
thought of during that legal scene, though? I'm like, wait, where's Homeboy, who was like in 50-50 with this guy? Wouldn't he be responsible?
You would
for
think
half of
so,
this?
right? Well, he probably wasn't being a fucking asshole and spending all of his money on stupid shit.
He took care of his half.
Right. Well, and this guy was the inventor, right? But how about when he goes, Iron Balls McGinty, paid to the order of Iron Balls McGinty, $1, 9 cents.
So, did we skip the part where Nathan is running after Marie, and so he runs out with the dog covering his crotch,
the dog,
and then grabs another dog to cover his ass? And
we picked that because that's before he runs from the guy. I mean, there's so many, but I mean, I sing that fucking Thermos song all the time.
Oh, I'm picking up this for you.
And I just back to that scene where he gets the letter and it's all wet, and he goes, "Dear Naven, I couldn't heard her yet, but
again, I wanted to yawn.
Yeah, yeah, I get it, totally get it. Funny shit. All right, now again, this is one of those things where, to me, this is so historic. It's weird if somebody hasn't heard the bit where he's like, I don't need you. I need this ashtray, the paddle, remote control, the matches, this lamp.
And I need this.
I need this. And then the last thing's the magazine until he gets to his dog. I don't need my dog.
Because, well, me and my faithful dog are going to go get Marie. She looks just like you, except she's white and blonde.
Oh, man. It's good to see you liking a comedy like this. You don't really like dumb movies.
This movie isn't dumb though. That's why.
Well, it's smartly written. That's
Pretty dumb.
Well, that's some Steve Martin shit, though. And actually, his books are really good because he has a book called Born Standing Up where he discusses
yes.
his comedy. And he talks about like how he evolved into a comedian and all of that. And just how his comedy really was just dumb. Like it was jokes like, I got to get a pair of cat handcuffs and I got to get them now. I found out my cat was embezzling from me. He would go out to the mailbox while I wasn't home, find all of the checks and cash them. Now I've got about $400,000 worth of cat toys around the house. Sure, they're fun. I hate it when it goes under the couch. Wait, give me that. Give me that. Like,
So dumb.
that's his fucking stand-up. And he was the first stadium fucking comedian
Oh wow.
ever
I didn't know that.
in the United States. And
Yeah,
I guess in the world, actually.
And there's a lot of, so there's some debate about who's the comedian's comedian, but Norm Macdonald is always in that conversation. But a lot of his shit is just so incredibly dry. And I think that's what I like about this is that there are obviously gags that are trying to get laughs, but there is enough to this movie that flies so under the radar that you have to intentionally pick up or you're going to miss it. And I think that's what I like about it.
That's an interesting conversation. I think me and Kurt Fletcher might have talked about that for a minute about the comedian's comedian. And
we talked about it in one of the episodes.
Okay, that could be it. But I think it's Brian Regan. I think I think that dude is, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever comedian, whether you're dirty, you're blue, you're not blue, blah, blah, blah. Everybody goes, Brian Regan is the fucking greatest comedian that's ever lived.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt is still apparently in the chat. He can probably tell us,
It'd be interesting to see what he thinks.
Norm or if it's Brian, because there's something about, and look,
I don't see it being Norm. I think Norm is a specific taste of like, because maybe it is. I think Norm is funny, but I also sort of don't. Casey and I watched the last season of Last Comic Standing, and like,
I thought he was hilarious the whole time.
He was amazing, and he was a judge, but like, there was literally times where the guy just wasn't making any sense.
I know, but that's like his thing.
It's meant to make you uncomfortable. Like he will do that on
his
talk shows.
I like that.
Did you ever see his talk show that he had? What was it called? It was just like the Norm Macdonald show. I don't know what it was. It was something crazy like that.
Oh yeah. No, that's actually Judge Judy's on that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It's on Netflix.
He's less
Eric.
crazy with her. It's a great show. You should watch it. But it's very, I don't know. What did he say? Oh, he'd had David Spade on there.
Kurt
and
says,
David Spade
go
made a
ahead.
joke that was just like, we get it, fake crazy, like because that's
Oh,
his
right,
deal,
because that's his thing.
yeah, a little
That's
bit
funny.
Andy Kaufman, I guess maybe I don't know.
That's funny that Spade would call him out on it. though,
Well, that's
because
what.
they're
That's a
probably
fucking.
so- yeah.
Oh, they're tight.
Yeah, I love
Kurt
Norm
Fletcher
Macdonald.
says Norm greater than Brian in his opinion. I think the thing about Brian Regan that makes him the comedian's comedian is he takes those everyday jokes and he could go to a fucking picnic and tell them, and he would make everybody laugh and like not alienate anybody. But again,
yeah, but then fuck it, you could have Anthony Jeselnik just say anything and
Yes,
alienate
please.
everybody, and then the people that you like will laugh.
that's the funniest person to me. I think living. I really do believe that. I think that I don't know that I think there's anybody funnier than Anthony Jeselnik
We went
alive.
to see. I know we pulled a show.
Do I?
but, right now,
Yeah.
I think that he's your favorite at the
Yeah,
moment.
maybe not living.
Yeah.
We went to. We met up with a couple that are friends and fans of Jarrett's, and we decided we were going to go to see Anthony Jeselnik, and they were like, "Oh, we'd love to go. We want to go to a comedy show." And we literally like walk in. The lady that works there is just like, "Oh, hey, actually, those are your seats. Fuck it, I got you better seats." They take us up to this box. It's awesome. It was like such a cool experience. And I'm like, she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be so great. Y'all have never seen him." And like lights go off, and she goes, "Yeah, I mean, as long as there's nothing like racist or like about hurting children, I'm fine." And we were just both like,
Uh-oh.
"Uh-oh."
Yeah.
We had never spent any time with them
Hey,
outside.
you want to go grab me a drink?
Yeah.
quick?
Well, and it was the new special. He did 30 minutes on dropping babies.
Oh
Fucking
man,
hilarious.
30
So good.
minutes. It was fucking amazing. Like, I was hyperventilating.
I loved. I wasn't there at the live show, but I loved watching the Netflix special or whatever it was in a live audience, and people like half of the people don't laugh, which is even funnier.
And that fuels him.
Oh,
I really do think that he's
Yeah,
get
what was
it.
this thing
It fuels
too? I
me
know
as
that.
like just watching it.
Right.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
What was the one he did? That's whenever I think the arms went clenched, or he said like people say that I'm racist and I'm not. I'm like, that's crazy. I think racism is stupid. I don't fucking support it. I don't get why people say that about me. I think it's really fucking dumb to separate groups of people based on how they all act. And like arms went crossed, and then we were just like, okay, they're never gonna want to hang out with us ever again.
I remember when you guys went to that. I feel like we were friends at this point because you guys.
No,
were
we
like,
we were. It was during the it was right after the last Battle of the Legends. We're still friends with them.
yeah.
We just had never done
They're
anything
great.
with
It was
them.
just like that
and
nerd.
I
The
just
first time you hang out with
remember-
somebody.
I remember the story. Like, oh, you guys will never believe this.
Yeah, this is
We're
what
so
happened.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, and look, I understand why it's not, apropos at the time or at the moment, but like Louis C.K. blew my mind when he first came out, when
Yeah.
comedians were kind of being dorky
Masturbator?
and just kind of, yes. I mean, obviously he's, a fucking creep and there's a lot of weird shit, but the actual stand-up, if you can separate the artist from the art, then the art is really fucking funny. And I remember just the first time I watched one of his specials and just
Yeah.
going, I've never heard anything like this.
There's no question that dude's observational comedy is like next level. Like it's dirty Seinfeld. It's like, okay, like this is like okay, if Seinfeld's gonna have the suit on, this is the fat t-shirt guy. That just makes a lot of sense. It's a shame, that he got himself into trouble. Hopefully, at some point.
I definitely, absolutely am not victim shaming, whatever. The guy used his power to put some women in an uncomfortable situation. That sucks. But as far as like the media and the people and the stuff, the fact that everybody was so shocked that the guy just talking about fucking jerking it and masturbating all the time was like jerking it and masturbating all the time.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the shock. I mean, I get that like you have to do something and people have to react, but like I was like, why is everybody acting like they were surprised that this guy likes to fucking masturbate in front of people? He
Yeah,
had like
good.
10 jokes about
He
masturbating
literally
in front of
talks
people.
about just masturbating in front of people all the time. All right. So, his parents find him and he's like, how'd you find me? And his dad goes, I don't know. This is the first place we looked.
Like on this back alley
Yeah,
staircase.
exactly. Son,
It's-
you better
it's-
get back in the back with the dog. And
It's such good writing. She
back
goes,
in the back they go.
I don't care if you're dirty. And then
Yeah.
they go in, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
but that
Oh,
smell.
Dirt. Yeah. Oh, this Nathan. Woo!
Bernadette, so I have seen this, and I don't know much about Bernadette Peters, and I really know her from this and from Annie.
Fine.
But so in my mind, she's one of those like, where are they now people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's for sure like a accomplished Broadway actress with multiple
Huge.
Tony Awards
Yeah.
and
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. I had no idea. I looked it up for this show.
Big, she's a big deal. On like that on that scene. I mean, like
And I'm
fucking
sure you could tell, like her singing voice, not just on "Tonight You Belong to Me," but when she's singing when Naven is in the bathtub before the Thermos song.
yeah.
She's a phenomenal singer.
Yeah,
Like,
she is
it's-
really good,
Yeah,
man.
she was in
Really
like
good.
Hello Dolly and stuff, right? That was like the big deal,
She
right?
was,
But
yeah.
Yes.
I remember her from Annie, obviously.
Yes.
Yep.
And then the Cinderella. I don't ever saw Cinderella with Whitney Houston and like
No.
and Brandy.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I forgot about
she's
that.
in
The
that.
boy is mine.
No, I have
That's
not
the
seen
one.
No, is that not it?
I have not seen that. It's funny how this is one of those things though, how when you're a kid, you don't really know like how attractive she is, and then you're an adult, and you're like, God damn, Bernadette Peters was hot.
Yeah, in this film for
You
sure.
know? Yeah. She looked good.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm glad we did this movie. I mean, the circumstances are a little bit weird. If you're listening to this, we kept losing our ability to do clips during it. So we did the best we could, and we've had a great time.
Need to hear the clips? Listen to the audio version.
There you go. Well, that's what I'm saying. If it seems a little bit odd, because this is an audio podcast, by the way.
This one?
This one, yeah.
Oh.
So, Amy, final thoughts on The Jerk?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I was a little bit nervous watching it because
Yep.
I didn't know it was an older movie I'd never seen before, but I loved it. Very funny.
I'm really glad. Casey,
Maybe built
Change-
it up too much at first because I
Yep.
knew it was one of your favorites. Maybe that was the issue.
yeah.
Obviously, I love Steve Martin, but not.
I
My
think when
all-time
you
favorite
go
movie.
into a situation like that, right?
I could watch this movie probably 3 times and maybe I think it was funnier the 3rd time.
I think when you're going in and Eric going, this is my favorite comedy ever. And me going, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. And like, I'm sitting there with you going, okay, this is important. This is really funny. This is a thing.
Yeah,
right
I was
there.
expecting it to be like as funny as I thought Arthur was because you
Right.
put that one up and as funny as I thought
This-
Real Genius was. And in this one, I was just like,
I think if you watch this one again, it would be up there with those. I really do.
This is the reason why I wish I was watching The Office for the first time with Jarrett, because I want to be there sitting there to see if he finds the things funny that I find funny.
Oh, she
And-
does that. Yeah, she sits over there and waits to see
Yeah,
if I
it's a-
laugh or or what I'm gonna do and yada yada. Then or sometimes she'll be on her phone because she's zoned out. She's seen it twice or 3 times or whatever. And then I will start laughing and she looks up and she'll go, oh, and here's that part or whatever. But it,
or if he's zoned out, I'll be like, watch this.
yeah, she will stop it. Like if she can tell that or if I get up to fuck with the dogs or whatever, and she'll just be like, she'll pause it and like, oh, this next thing is important. But
we just watched Kelsey's favorite episode, which is the Christmas party where Dwight and Jim get into the snowball fight.
yeah,
And I mean, I can't help but just look over and be like, this is
That's
the
one of the ones I
it's
paused. He was
about-
eating
it's
dogs, and
about to happen.
yeah, she made me watch that, and then I needed
whenever
to.
he
have-
walked outside to his car, I made him like, never mind, you have to actually.
I
watch
had
that.
to have seen that later because then later on he goes, what do I need to do? I want you to hit Pam in the face with a snowball. And I'm just
not
like,
gonna do
she goes, do you remember the snowball fight? And I'm like, I fucking do. I remember this.
It's really good.
All right, Eric, how was this watch for you, buddy?
It was as good or better than I remember it. I picked up on things that I probably didn't, 10, 15, 20, however many years ago it was that I first saw it. I've seen it plenty of times since then, but yeah, it's always a fun watch for me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
See that big weenie?
Yes, I do, Eller. Thank you. Let's just put that away.
Okay, well, Eller, you got to. God damn it, he is pissed. All right, and then Sean, Sean, what's your thoughts on this thing?
I had heard of it, didn't know anything about it, and then I started watching it, and I texted Eric. I'm like, "This is the biggest fucking piece of shit I've ever seen." And then I got to the gas station oil can, and I fucking lost it. And then I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Oh, I love that, man. That's great.
Roadhouse.
I love that, that there's a point where it reeled you in because there is, I mean, it is kind of weird. It's a weird start to a movie.
To me, it doesn't make sense that it's called The Jerk. It should be like The Idiot
I
or
thought
something
the
like
same
that.
thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what that was like what they
So
meant by
actually,
it.
Kurt Fletcher can probably answer this. I don't think that it was originally called that. But yeah, you're right. Like it shouldn't, like that's a weird use of the word jerk,
the whole
right?
movie, I was like, wait, where is he the jerk? And then at the very end,
So at
I
the,
kind of
Or
got
at
it
the
because he even
beginning.
said it like,
where
oh, I'm
he
such
goes,
a jerk. 'Cause
well,
it's like,
well, he says at the end, he goes, "What do you think I am, a jerk or something?" And then he goes, "I don't only," and then this magazine, paddle game, remote control, match it.
This.
Well, you guys know I love this movie. I'm glad that we finally got to it.
Yeah, how did this one even
Yeah.
come up? Who put this out
You
there?
You put this out there.
Oh,
you picked-
all right. Well, good for Eric.
Eric, way to go, buddy.
What an
Thank you,
important part of this show
Think of it.
Eric is.
You did it again, my friend. All right. Well, guys, the show's not over if you're still with us.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Jay Snyder writes, "Hey Jarrett, just wanted to recommend High Fidelity with John Cusack and Jack Black for a future episode. Thanks, Justin Sider." Justin Snyder. Justin Snyder.
Roadhouse.
God bless it. Justin Snyder.
It's like it just happened to you, but it was real.
I was
I don't
just
know what just happened.
I was just plowing through it, and
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Hi-yo! Ding, ding,
Going.
ding, ding, ding.
all right.
Oh, Eric.
Oh, good.
If we
Hold on. That's a great movie. I've actually only seen that once, and it's been a really long time ago. I thought we did that on the show, but Casey's saying no. So,
I would
love
be
it.
happy if we never did another John Cusack movie.
all right, put High Fidelity. Put it on the list.
Excellent.
What else you got?
Ben Harshman writes, does Jarrett like Adam Sandler? Can y'all do The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan next?
I do like Adam Sandler. I would totally do The Parent Trap. And
Add that to the list, John.
okay, that's it.
You wouldn't push for Freaky
Shampoo-ish.
Friday at least?
Shampoo-ish.
Which is the one that I thought, Parent Trap is the one that I tried to make the joke about a couple weeks ago and fucking failed miserably.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah, you did okay.
I don't remember it. Sounds like you probably fucked it up though.
Probably fucked it up, bud.
Well, I always do. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie, Jarrett?
Billy Madison, but I really do love Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Little Nicky,
We've never done Happy
Big
Gilmore.
Daddy.
Big Daddy. That was actually the next one I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That era of him, and I actually really like Spanglish. I wasn't like huge into The Waterboy, though I do understand why it's funny and that stuff, but those
Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer's great.
Wedding Singer.
First 4 or 5 movies.
How'd you feel about Click?
Never seen it.
Don't.
Actually, yeah. So
What
I've
about Don't Mess with the Zohan?
never seen it.
Also, freaking.
How did you feel about the most recent one, the Netflix or whatever
Uncut
it was? Uncut Gems.
Okay, so that one wasn't Netflix. So I haven't seen any of the Netflix ones, which I guess that makes me a bad fan.
No, hold on. We did one.
Hold on. Oh, we did. That's right. The one with the
Do over.
Kurt Fletcher says, then it was The Jerk, a wild and crazy movie.
He says originally it was Easy Money.
Oh, interesting. So,
Rest in peace, Eddie Money.
what?
Rest in peace, Eddie Money.
So here's the thing. I love Punch Drunk Love. I named an album Lunch Drunk Love. I think he's fucking amazing in that. And so that's why I enjoyed Uncut Gems because I enjoyed his acting. My wife sat next to me because she loves me, fighting a panic attack because that movie is a fucking panic attack on screen.
Oh,
I have never seen it, and I keep wondering if it's something I should watch.
It was just,
I have
it just stressed me out. It was a bunch of it was like the mob and some things and some fucking loud New York Jewish guys
Oh.
and then some fucking,
I never saw
it was just, there was just a lot of yelling.
You're watching it again for his acting, and then the girl that sings "Let It Go."
I didn't even say it was a bad movie. I just was like, I don't know how I feel after it was over.
Right, I get that. But yeah, I love Adam Sandler. I do. I don't guess. I think that there was a time where I would have said, because I loved his albums, I loved his movies. There was a time where I was just like, it doesn't matter. I'm fucking. Actually, no, that's true. I'd be like, it doesn't matter. I'm getting the DVD. I'm getting everything. I definitely am not that way anymore. In fact, like I hadn't seen all of the. I've not seen any of the movies that he's done with Jennifer Aniston. I've only seen half the Drew Barrymore ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
That they're all gonna laugh at you.
yeah.
I mean,
Great,
it was
great.
the first probably comedy album that I owned.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yeah.
and I was probably in 9th or 10th grade when that came out.
Yeah.
And every one of those things, it was
So
kind of
good.
like this movie.
Yeah.
Me and my brother just, the Toll Booth Willie and
Yeah.
the
I'll fuck you and your lesbian fish eating friends in front of your fathers.
the Spanish, La Biblioteca,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
What are you guys doing studying for the big test?
And now all we do is watch Hotel Transylvania 1 through 3.
But yeah, I like Adam Sandler too. And you're right. Those first few movies, I think Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore are the top two, for me. So
Yeah,
if we
I
haven't
mean,
done those, we should do them.
Yeah, but I loved Little Nicky. A lot of people didn't. I loved Big Daddy. A lot of people didn't. I like One Stroke Left. So let's move on. Thank you.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you.
Our new $10 supporter, Tim Trafton, writes in, thank you. I find myself very happy to be a new cog in the Jarrett Goes to the Movies machine. I really do enjoy the show. Don't freaking fact check me. I play in a band as well. We are absolutely huge. It's really amazing. Our whole street knows all of our songs. I have trouble staying focused. Your show helps me focus. I find it easier to work and listen to your familiar podcast than music. We have 3 dogs. I'm going to marry my Janice Lee someday next year. She is awesome. We have made it. She doesn't listen to your show. I'm 56, the 22nd. Well, Janice did listen to 5 questions once. Greg Lee won. Okay, so see you later. When you come to Maine, you come down. I have 9 guitars and 6 amps and all the condiments. We can jam.
I love it. What a very scattered.
Jan and I have an oceanfront dock
God
we could swim.
fucking damn it.
Well, we live in Harpswell. It's where the lady was killed by the great white shark last month, like Jaws.
Right.
We do not have a dock on that same water. I'm never swimming in there again. You probably won't want to either now. Okay, so I really do love the show and have so much appreciation for what you all do for me weekly. You're angels. Tim from Maine. I have a Harley too, and a friend made me a guitar with TNT in the headstock, my initials. And that's it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tim. Man, that is a very scattered email.
What a stream of consciousness.
Shark Party?
email.
That's a lot of goddamn fucking that's a lot of information. Shark Party.
Yeah.
Left shark.
All right.
Thank you
Jeff,
very much. No, Tim, seriously, I'm sorry to cut you off, Eric, but Tim, thank you very much for your pledge. Would love to see you in Maine sometime, and we appreciate you.
Jeff Yeager writes in, hey guys, I just wish you guys could spend one moment in our living rooms, family rooms, cars, or wherever your loyal fan base enjoys the world's greatest podcast to see the joy, laughter, and happiness you bring your fans with every podcast. Keep up the amazing work. Jeff Yeager, sent from his iPhone.
Jeff, dude, thank you so very much, man. You know, Jeff has been popping up on some of my acoustic shows and some other things, and just really appreciate you. And dude, obviously, we all appreciate the kind words about the podcast. You know, I did an interview today with a UK podcast that's doing really well, and they asked me about this one, and it's crazy that we've been going almost 5 years. And, you know, I think we're just now really finding our groove. I really do. Like, I think that it's, you know, the show's getting better and we're having more fun and we're having lots of laughs and we're not really talking about the movie, which I think is very important.
It's a wild thing to me because
we were talking about the movie for a second there, and that was the worst.
Yeah. One day Casey just goes, well, you're doing this thing where you're like really making us talk about the movie like a lot. And I go, well, I'm kind of going chronological. Yeah, but maybe like, you know, and yeah, you're right.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
talk about hibachi for 3 hours.
You're right.
exactly. We want to talk about hibachi. Why can't we just talk about hibachi more?
You're right. You're right.
Makes you
That's
poop
the
your
plan.
pants and it's delicious.
That's the
It's
plan.
kind of a weird thing though, because just for people who listen or even people who watch, just to be able once a week, for me personally, to be able to watch a movie once a week, whether I like it or I don't, and know that at some point that week I get to hang out with my friends and talk about it and laugh. And in the meantime, I'm texting Sean about whatever, you know, I've made friends from this show. It's fun to do it. And I very often don't think for a second about the fact that there are thousands, tens of thousands of people who make it a point to listen to this. It's not on my radar. What's on my radar is how much fun we have doing this. And
I think it's funny too. You know what, man? You're so spot on. It's like even we do this live on the internet because for some reason that's where we work towards, and we get 40 people in here, and then fucking.
I know. I'm always just talking to those guys. I always
And
forget
then,
about
and
everybody
then
else.
there's fucking 2,000 people that listen to it every Friday, you know?
Yeah.
And it just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like it's growing and it's awesome. And you know, I said this early on, you know, this made me and Casey, you know, we spend a lot of time together. Actually, we spend a odd amount of time together,
A comfortable amount of time.
an uncomfortable amount of time together. But you know, it does. It's like, hey, here's something we have to do. We're gonna watch this movie. You know, we can't, you know, just watch The Office or that fucking, you know, lumberjack porn you like.
Yeah,
so
we
much.
ran out of murders. There's no more murder to watch.
Yeah, there's no more
Somebody
murder
get
to
on
watch.
that.
We fucking. Yeah, I'm serious. Like we have reached the end of Netflix murders.
Yeah, like
we
5
solved
years
all the
ago,
murders.
Yeah.
5-6 years ago, they said 100 new episodes of Forensic Files.
Oh,
We were
that's
like,
true.
fuck yeah. Then
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I guess maybe that means 100 more murders. But
Uh,
okay, fuck yeah, let's do this.
And then we
It's
went.
already done.
Then we went there, but it was 100 new episodes on that channel. We had already
Bullshit.
seen them.
Oh,
All right, what else you got, bud?
All right. Hey guys, had to make sure my text was ready for the next episode. Hey, that's a Dr. Dre song. Till the next episode. Snoop, 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 shoot.
Is this a text?
I don't have any way of knowing that.
says
Sean
yes.
says yes.
Okay, so this is a text message.
Sean says nod, thumbs up.
Okay. Anyway,
Wait, start
Oh,
over. Now we'll listen to it like it's a text message.
hey guys, had to make sure my text was ready for the next episode. Hey, that's a Dr. Dre song. Till the next episode. Snoop, 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 shoop, 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 de doop, shoop, shoop. Anyways,
Scoopily poop. Scoopily
terrible.
poopily poop.
anyway, I hope you all are doing well. It feels like it's been 18 days since the last live stream. It's been exactly 18, in case you looked it up. I did the hard work for you all. I've missed you all. Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around.
What is this? Must be a circus in town. Would shut the shit down. Can I get a witness? Hell yeah.
Must be a podcast in town. Let's shut the shit down. On these clowns, can I get a witness?
Hell yeah.
Jarrett, man, I'm so thankful for the work that you put in. Everything you do. You may not know, but you provide a smile to a lot of people, and it means a lot, man. No nonsense filler BS here, just the truth. Eric Widley Diddley Dillo, man, I've missed the back and forth banter that you and I have since bowing out of the world of social media. I miss you, man. Come back to me. Casey, did you know? Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
I'm trying to prepare myself
Send me
emotionally.
in, coach. It sounds really cheery that way.
I'm like, it's
Casey,
broken.
Casey,
What's up?
did you know that someone did a country version of a Slipknot song? I don't know who it
AIDS.
Yes, you've got AIDS. Not HIV, but full-blown AIDS.
Hey, we got a teacher trying to get out of here. Let's keep going.
I was like,
I don't
what?
know who it is, but he dressed up as a cowpoke, as we call them here in the great sunshine state of Iowa. But then he put on a Slipknot mask, and I was like, Weo. P.S. I haven't listened to it. Amy, lady, you're so cool. Great mom, great lady. Overall, great. Amy Pitzinger. Sean, man, I could go on all day saying how cool you are and how hard you work, man, but I'm sure it will annoy you, so I'll just say you rock, dude. Can't wait to come down and hang with you all. I love you, and I'll see you guys around. Cool guy from the 5-1 Fizzle My Nizzles. And I do believe that is it.
Okay. Thanks, Vinny. We really appreciate that. Y'all enlighten me. Is the 515 guy Vinny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1,000%.
So he was
No,
right.
He says it's not him, but we have conclusive proof.
So
that-
so he used to write text to fuck with himself. I mean, it's a brilliant bit of comedy. I said that if it is him, it's brilliant.
It's a good bit.
He made fun of himself writing
and
into us.
He says that
And
you
it's-
know it's not him.
And it's weird because
He has signed his email or his text messages, Vinny Cataldo, cool guy from the 515.
Yeah, he did it. He actually did it on the 5 questions one time, right? He was
the
cool.
only thing that makes me think that it's not him is that the emails are funny and he's not. But
Well,
I think
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying is the brilliance of it.
That is why if it is him, it's brilliant because
Yeah,
he
he's-
has literally fucked with himself so much that he's become a character.
he's reversed the whip. And
Okay.
however you do that.
All I'm saying is, if that's him, it's the fucking funniest bit ever. It's still funny either way,
Well,
but if it's him,
we know where that cell phone is registered to.
guys, connect with us. Our website is JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. You can find us at Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to take that again. You don't have to edit this, Sean. Don't edit this deep into the show. Just fucking, who is still listening anyway?
Don't go this deep.
Sean
We
knows
have
that we don't
a-
listen to the show and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think the show's funny
Sometimes
anymore.
I say, don't put that in, and I don't know if he listens.
He edits
Maybe
out.
just, fuck you, you won't know.
Yeah.
He edits out all my jokes, and all
Until
you hear
get
is
canceled.
Sean, what'd you think? I kind of liked it. I wasn't too bad.
I listened to 10 Things I
I
Hate
watched
About
it.
You, and I asked him, what's your favorite commercial jingle from Northern California? And he just goes, something about this guy and his dog.
No, I
I love that Luke Bryan showed up.
Yeah.
said Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Y'all gotta go look it up.
And that was it. It was like, oh, okay. Well, cool. Thanks.
All right, guys, we have a Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page on Facebook. It's super fun to be a part of. Instagram, Jarrett Movies. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies is how you support the show. And all of your money does go to the good of the show. It does not go to build us a bigger pool
Or our Coke problem.
or our insane Coke problem.
All of it.
Email us at jarrettgoesthemovies@gmail.com. Text us or leave us a voicemail at 714-451-6029. Thanks for sharing the show. Holy shit, do we have a list this week? If you share the show, you can be part of this list. Here goes. Drum roll, please. Not that. Fuck. Shit. Eric, do a drum roll.
Oh God, this is the hottest gay sex I've
Okay,
ever
fucking
had.
Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
what's
Do
a
you
drum
always
roll?
have to do
I
that?
want you to go all the
Can
way
I
to the
look it up
bottom
on
of
Urban
my penis.
Dictionary?
Eric, for real, a drum roll.
Uh.
That's pretty good. All right. Thanks for sharing. Joey Bishop, Barry Ferguson, Vinny Cataldo, Gage Strickland, Justin Buswell, Chris Pulse, Simon Rogers, Joseph Visquez. Oh, it's Visquez Joseph, but it's Joseph Visquez, right?
I thought about flipping it around, but on Facebook, that's how it's listed.
It's 100% Joseph Visquez because we've had that guy before. Riley Reed, Misha Chanel, Aubrey Lee Neal, Stephen McCracken, Jared Spear, David Kendrick, Carrie Lynn Abner, Amy Pitzinger, Celeste Mary Meadows, Jason Harrell, Tammy Miller, Destiny Benedict, Hope Henderson, Mia Khalifa, Alyssa. Am I missing something on that?
I don't hear it.
Mia Co.
Well, just Google it then.
Okay. Eric can't hold himself together. All right, Mia Khalifa. Alyssa Masoner. Kelly Jane Chupp.
I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of these are 100% real.
I'm fucking being real. I'm doing my best to read these things. Okay, Alyssa Masoner. Is that funny? Alyssa, or is that really her? Okay.
No, these are real.
Okay. This girl's name is spelled like this. Like her fucking parents are assholes.
I'm thinking it's Kelly Jane Chupp.
Okay, Kelly Jane Shupp. Jackie Kristen Nicole Patino. Crystal Bales, Kimberly Johnson, Crystal Nicole Jones, Avery Joe Combs, Raven Howell, Arika Longakit.
That one's real. I'm just laughing because I think you're about to laugh.
Arika Longakit. I got that right. Kaylee Michelle Holcomb. Why are there so many of these like three things all of a sudden? What the fuck is going
That's a
on?
lot of
I was typing it in, like I was looking at the share list, and I'm like, this is fucking, it's insane. A lot of these shares came from that one post that I did, like, what were you doing this time when you were 16? We got a shit ton of shares from that post.
Well, then do more shit like that, Sean.
Yeah.
What are you
social
doing
media
all day?
guy.
What are you doing all day? Not cutting your hair? Kaylee Michelle Holcomb, Megan St. Lawrence, Nathan Hooper, Brittany Rears.
Oh, he's nodding. Uh huh.
Okay, let me get back to where. Okay, and I saw one coming up. Justin Cromer, Peter North, ladies and gentlemen, big fan of the show. Peter North, that's exciting. Robert Stewart IV, Clarissa James, Wesley Pipes. Okay, god damn it. Robert Newsom, Ray Elliott, Laura Gorton, Tess Green, Taylor Moose, Greg Lee, Asia Valenzuela, Corey Elizondo Garza, Jules Zanzile, Brooke Wedding, Tyler Jones, Corey Snap, Kenny Profontaine, Kenny Profontaine,
Prefontaine.
Kenny Prefontaine, Jason Palladino. Man, I have no idea what the fuck just happened. That was
Man,
a long.
you made it through that like a champ, like
Yeah,
a professional podcast.
So can somebody tell me what I just did? Like, what was the theme there?
There was
Was
no
So,
theme.
Eric, go ahead, Eric. You can say the ones you did.
That was a bunch of names that are they all associated with something? And I just fucking
No, it was just a bunch of names you couldn't pronounce, apparently.
Yeah, those
What?
are all real.
Wesley Pipes is a name of a bong on a show.
I added in Brittany Rears, Wesley Pipes, and Eric did 3 porn stars. The rest are real.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's funny because when I looked. Oh, never mind. You're right.
Right.
Mia, Mia Khalifa is a webcam model.
Well, good job. Guys, thank you so very much for listening. For Eric, good job. Look at he's so proud of himself over there. He's done good. He's had a good night.
So happy.
And Casey and Amy and Sean, thanks for all you do. And for the rest of you guys, we'll see you down the road.
Ah.